Ever wondered what these little things do on your softbox? Well, in this video, we're going to show you why you need a grid. We've got Laura with us, and we have got a nice grey background there, just covering up some of the plug sockets. We've got the 80 by 120 softbox. Let's take a first shot and just see what kind of light we're going to get with the softbox alone without the grid. Okay, chin up just a little bit for me, Laura. That's nice. We're getting a nice fall off of light that just comes onto the background a little bit. The grid is on now, and what's going to happen is, because we're controlling the light, we're going to have no light on the background whatsoever because of the blocking that the grid is doing. I'm going to adjust my exposure to help that, and then let's see what that does. Lovely, that's nice, Laura. Just eyes back to me. Great. Lovely. So let's have a look at that. Now you can see, because the grid is blocking out the light that's falling off onto the background, we get a much, much darker background. Right, let's introduce another light that's going onto the background. So what we're going to do is we're going to place it behind Laura, and we're going to try and create a halo effect of light behind her. So let's just pop this in. There we go. Might need some adjustments when you're taking pictures, but you know, once you eventually get there, it should look like something like this. Great. Let's have a look at that now. That's a little bit too bright for me, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to adjust that. Okay, just put it down a little bit. So let's try again. Lovely. Chin up just a little bit for me, Laura. That's nice. Great. There you go. So you can have a lot of fun. You can play around with the light. Up to you how much light you want to put onto the background. Now that you've got your grid on, you have a lot more control of what light comes onto the background. Now that you've got your light set up, all that's left to do is start taking some pictures. Okay, we've seen what a grid looks like on this softbox, so let's have a look at what it looks like on a strip box. Okay, so with the strip box, you're going to expect quite a nice thin strip of light. However, let's have a look. That's nice, Laura. Just take the nose ever so slightly to the light. Lovely. So in fact, what you get with the strip box, if you don't have the grid on, is actually quite a wide pool of light. Grid is on the strip box now, so let's see the difference between it being on and off. Lovely. Okay, there you go. Just looking at it quite quickly, I've still got the settings of the light on from when I didn't have the grid on, so I'm just going to slightly adjust that and show you the difference. Excellent. Right, let's see what it looks like now I've adjusted my light. That's it, Laura. Just take the nose this way towards the light a little bit. There you go. So now you can really see the effect that the strip box is having with the grid on, and we're getting that really sort of tight channel of light coming in and hitting Laura from this side. All the adjustments made. Now all we need to do is shoot. Okay, lovely, Laura. That's it. That's nice. Once you get your grid on and you're happy with the way the lights come in and you've got your shots, you just have to play around with what you're doing with your model and camera. Don't forget to have fun with angles and all that sort of stuff. Moving on to a third option, we are going to use the FlatPak 70cm softbox. So let's have a look at what it first looks like when we use it without the grid. So Laura, if you can just step in, thank you, that's it, that's nice, excellent. Okay, so what you're seeing here is we get a lot of spill and we're getting a lot of the back wall in. Now let's have a look at what it looks like when we place a grid on it. Right, we've got the grid on the softbox now, so what we're going to do is we're going to show you the difference in light. So we're going to come to the side here. Laura, if you can just roll the nose this way, that's really nice. There we go. Okay, straight away what I've done, we're definitely seeing a difference, but what I need to do is, I forgot to adjust because we've got the grid on, so we're obviously having light blocked, so we need to increase the power. So I'm just going to do that. Hopefully it will make a difference. Let's try that again. Okay, that's nice. There you go, so I'm happy with that now. We're seeing less of the back wall, and we've got a nice spill of light really channeled because of the grid. I'm not using a light meter, I'm not using TTL. I will light the shot and sort of hit a point where I think I want it. If it needs a bit more light, I'll add it, and if I feel it needs a little less light, I bring it down. Once you're all set up and you're happy, get taking pictures. Here we go, pop yourself back in please, Laura. Lovely. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've got a better understanding of why you should get a grid with your softbox and what they can do for your images. Thank you again to Laura. All the gear that's been used in this video will be linked in the description below, and if you have any comments, leave them below. Thanks for watching.